What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys, and today I have a review of the Power Rangers Legacy Build-A-Megazord Zeo Megazord. Alright, gang, we haven't had a chance to do one of these in quite a bit, but we got another Build-A-Megazord figure that we've just completed with our GameStop exclusives pink and yellow Zeo Rangers. So here it is, and I don't know, it's kind of middle of the road, honestly. It's not great, but are any of these kind of, maybe one or two. But it's not as bad either as expected. Now, you do have this yellow plastic that is the same color plastic as the Black Ranger had, so it's like you got a lot of it to deal with. So if you can deal with it, that's a big problem. But yeah, it is what it is. It's there. You do have some color variation here, but it's not like a ton. You do have green here. Obviously, the red eye is there. The helmet, the head is okay. And you got some silver bits here on the legs, which actually are sculpted well on this leg. I like that. And the bits here are sculpted nicely. But nice for some color, because there is some sculpted detail there. This is this is the actual gold, which is nice and looks very good. The bottom is actual gold too, colored so you can see, when it's next to each other, it's like, man, that could have been cool, This gray plastic works with the silver. I'm fine with that. That's no problem. The shoulder pads have no color on it, but they're sculpted well as well. I do dig that. And I do like the head sculpt. I think it's cool enough. Like, for a Megazord that I'm not completely in love with anyway, never was, I'm fine with this. As representation on my shelf, I have no other Zeo Megazord that I could recall. So, this is fine for me. I really like the face sculpt. I think it looks pretty good. The eyes look decent with red and black around them. It could be a little more done to this, but there isn't. The back, has this part all folded in. The sculpted detail is there, but again, no paint here at all. Legs look like that in the back. Absolutely no paint at all there. So yeah, again, it's not great as far as paint goes. He won't be able to hold any sort of weapon because he's got just closed fists. So he's a punching Megazord. Here's what it is. Let's do some articulation on this guy. See how that fares. Head is on a ball joint, but because of his helmet, you're not getting a ton of range of motion. Then the arms are on ball joints as well. And they do move within the shoulder pad a bit, so that's nice. You can turn them completely around. Doesn't really go too far anywhere else there, though. You got a single bend at the elbow. You got a swivel at the wrist. You have a swivel at the waist. The legs are on ball joints. I suspect the further you pull them out, the easier it is to pop out. Then they are, these ball joints I have not liked at the legs for these Megazords. They ride too high up. I understand why they do it. Makes your legs look super, super long. That's been my complaint from day one for these Build-A-Figure Megazords. And then you have another ball joint at the foot, so you get some rocker out of it. And this guy, he's not as floppy. I've had some way floppier ones, so that's decent there. But there you go. There he is. So, you can, because he's not floppy, you can get him in some decent poses. It's not great, guys, but it's not terrible either. Again, your mileage is going to vary on that. Depends on your need for this. So, there it is. Let's do some size comparisons, and the only thing, let's bring in a couple of other robots since I have them here. Here's EVA 01, just to show you. These guys are big. And here is Zoid's Aggressive Genobreaker. Just to show you a couple of robots there, and just what fell there? I don't even know. Just to show you, next to a regular size figure, one of their own, which are taller. Here he is with the Black Ranger, Gold Ranger, whatever. Yeah, and you can see that's the same there. But let's take a look at him compared to the other Megazords in the line. See how this guy fares. And here's the Ninja Storm one, which is like, I believe, like the first one we were able to complete. And I do like this one better than this one. This one was super floppy, you know. Then of course we have our MMPR Megazord, Dino Megazord here. He's got some random, I think one of the Predacon swords from the Platinum Edition set. See how he looks there. I mean, I do like this one more just because I love this one. But floppy legs as well. On that same note, here's the exclusive version of that, which, you know, yeah, it was way more expensive, and floppy legs there as well. But it looks gorgeous, you know. It's got a really nice sword here. Then the two I do dig more, for sure. I do dig the Astro Megazord here. I think they came out really nice. Looks pretty good. Not as floppy, but a little bit floppier than this guy. But this guy looks better. I really like this one. He came out really good. He also has the punching fists, so it is what it is. No weapons for him. And finally, I think my favorite one of these has been the movie Megazord, which I think is the nicest representation of the movie Megazord you can get, you know, of the 3, I believe, toys that were available of that one, all of which we have here. So that one came out awesome, probably because it's the most human-like and most easiest to make like a regular action figure. Nothing floppy here, just really solid. So there you go, guys. There he is compared. There it is compared to Robot, to the other Megazords in the line. Hopefully we get to complete the Dino Megazord, which I believe will be the final, which, yeah, definitely is the final Megazord left in the line before it transfers over to Hasbro, and then we'll see what Hasbro does. Very much looking forward to see what they do with action figures, with Megazords, all that jazz. Alright guys, that's all I got for this review. Please let me know your thoughts on this one, and if you could like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time, peace out, peeps.